Good morning, wherever you are. I'm speaking to you in Japan, so it's 8 o'clock in the evening here, but it could well be 7 o'clock in the morning if you're on the east coast of the States, and it could be 12 noon if you're GMT. So welcome, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I'm Lyndon Thorpe, I'm your host, and the name of this campaign is Escape the 9 to 5 Grind. Today, we're going to run event 6. And if you're attending for the first time, or if you're viewing for the first time, I don't appear to have any live participants here yet. There's time, people could well appear. So if you are appearing for the first time, then right at the beginning of the series, I introduced myself. And if you look, if I may just share my screen with you, I will show you the resources that are available to help you understand this event series. This is LinkedIn series of 13 events. We started on the 17th of July. It's every Wednesday, and there are 2 sittings, if you like, one at 9 GMT, one at noon GMT. And to help you to know what is available, I've made this guide, startup guide, and actually it's a flip book. So you can hear it flipping as the pages turn. It's a very fashionable thing at the moment. So if you look at this guide, which the link will be sent to you or has already been sent to you probably, so that you can access this guide. It's my gift to you. And I put it together really to show you an overview of the whole series. Today, there's no time for me to introduce myself, but I did, as I said, do that at the beginning of the series, events 1 and 2. But anyway, you can read my journey here. This campaign has come out of my experience of working for most of my life as a full-time mindfulness teacher. And 2 years ago, I retired. And then I started to realize that I had really neglected myself in favor of empowering other people, my students, for their future in the world. So I decided now was my time, and I decided I wanted to make as much money as I could, because teachers don't earn very much. And I had now left the 9 to 5 grind, and so had lots of time, lots of energy and creative impulses. And so I decided to go for becoming a millionaire. And then I would be able to put many of my projects, which are socially conscious projects and educational projects, into action, because I would have lots of money. So that was how it came about. And so you can read more about my journey there, but you'll notice here this quotation. This is something you'll hear me saying a lot. Now it is my time, and I am unswervingly devoted to my creativity, my thoughts, and my values. So having spent a lifetime educating other people and empowering them, and really having a wonderful time, and my students too had a wonderful time. Don't think I regret it, I don't. But now is my time, and I am putting all my energy into becoming a millionaire, a netpreneur, and I want to make a difference in the world. So I'm going to tell you more about that in a moment. So if you get this guide, you'll be able to read more about my journey to this point, and then an overview, and you'll see there are 2 main events every week, and there are also bi-weekly workshops. So you can see the overall picture here, and here are the events in a list. So you can see, in this case, we're doing event 6, which the 9 o'clock session did 3 or 4 weeks ago. We're now at event 10 with the 9 a.m. session, but many people couldn't attend that time. So I decided to run the event twice. So as many people as possible could attend. So the natural outcome of these 13 events is that you will do some training called Financial Mastery with the Anti-9-to-5 Income Plan, which is all about how to become financially independent. And this training is provided free. It's a 5-video series. It's provided free by Michael Cheney, who is my mentor. He's my millionaire mentor, and I am his apprentice. So for the last 6 months, I've been working with him on marketing and on trying to make a big income from the internet, as he did 25 years ago. He's been handing on his legacy to me so that I can do what he has done. So if you complete the training, you could well be invited to become his apprentice like I was. And this is a great honor. He is a superb teacher. He is a real mentor, and he wants nothing more than your success. He's cracked the code, and he's now teaching us how to crack that code too. And I am teaching you. So I'm handing on the wisdom to you. I'm spending lots of time creating training, creating these events to encourage you to leave the 9-to-5 grind. And I'm opening your eyes to many, many other alternatives, which would allow you to step into the limelight, into your first-hand life. We live lives where we dedicate ourselves to other people, to an hourly rate, to a paycheck. And I talked about this last week, actually, in event 5, an hourly rate, a paycheck. Is this the right price for your passion and purpose? And so, yeah, there are other ways. Michael Cheney did it 25 years ago. He was a pioneer at the time. I'm doing it now. And I have nearly 600 colleagues who are also apprentices, and we're all working hard to become millionaires. Okay, so to help follow these events, I've created a live e-workbook. You can see it here. This is live, and it's an interactive e-workbook. That means you can interact on it. There are self-reflection pages, there are videos, it's blended learning, so it caters to every possible style of learning, audio, exercises, visualizations, challenges, all manner of things. And the beauty of this is that it's growing all the time. After every event, I add more resources to it. So it's a growing document of these events. I'm asking you to buy it. It's $9.95, and you get a license for life. And this is the perfect accompaniment for these events. If you can't attend, or if you don't get time to watch the playback, then you'll be able to follow the events and go deeply into each theme with this workbook. I've also created a blended learning series of 6 steps to launching your own website from scratch. Many people want to have their own website, and in my opinion, we should all have a website. It is our digital future. It is real estate on the internet, and it is yours to control once it's created, yours to add to. Nobody can take it away from you. Unlike social media platforms, where it's becoming increasingly common for accounts to be cancelled, for followers to be lost. I personally want an alternative, and I suggest you do too. This is free training. You can access it here. These are the steps, okay? Here are the workshops. I can offer you one-to-one coaching or mentoring to help you get started with escaping from the 9-to-5 grind. And then finally, you will encounter the financial mastery side of this whole campaign. And here are Michael Cheney's videos, which are excellent. He covers similar themes, but he uses his experience and his marketing expertise to show you exactly how to get financial independence. Okay, so everything is here. And as I said before, if you complete this training and this is what you want to do with your life, he may accept you as his apprentice. Then you can learn from him on a daily basis. I interact with him most days. So it's wonderful to get so close to somebody so influential and such an expert at internet business. Here's Millionaire School, which I attend every day. We have lots of posts from Michael. We have a leaderboard. We have a classroom with lots of training in it. We have calendar events. Many, many things happen at Millionaire's Apprentice School. Here's a summary of the whole of the campaign. And here is what to do next. A little message from me, how to contact me. 3 ways in which you can contact me: on LinkedIn, by email, and also at my website, firsthandlife.com. You can connect here with these blue links. They are live. So the flipbook is also a live resource. Just to show you what I've been doing in the last 8 months, I've created 4 websites. They are fully functioning. They are ranking with Google. I write 12 pieces of content every week, and I'm aiming to become an authority on wealth attraction. This is a spiritual site, Jambala Wealth. It's a Tibetan Buddhist site. This is Millionaire Mindset Roadmap, which is a rather psychological way to attract wealth. This is First Hand Life, which is for newcomers to online business. Gives you lots of feedback, lots of help with getting started. And finally, Flourish Right Consult is dedicated to digital nomads and remote workers, another community of which I've been a member in the past. So everything's here. My motto is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I don't want to leave anyone behind. I don't want anyone to suffer any longer than they have to do, doing a job that pays badly and that feathers somebody else's cap. Okay, so this is a really important document. And because time is moving on now, I'd like to talk to you about this week's event. So I'm going to give you a short presentation. Okay, just let me get my slides ready. Okay. Okay, so this week's theme, as you know, I'm sure, is don't get left behind. Step into the online limelight now before it's too late. Yes, we are in the middle of a digital revolution. It's followed on from the Industrial Revolution 200 years ago. This is digital, and in 10 years' time, there will be very few people in the world who don't have an online presence. So I'm here to urge you to strengthen your online presence. And in my book, as I say, that means really getting your own website so you are independent, creating your own financial income from the internet, which I am doing now. I make passive income every single week, and it's building up gradually. So this is to get everyone started. So let's just look at some of the reflective questions I'd like you to think about that are connected with this event. So how about your online presence? Do you have a strong online presence? Maybe you have a Facebook account, maybe you have Instagram, maybe you have Quora or something like that. But I have to tell you that social media platforms are very unreliable in many ways. They're a great way to amplify your message or your niche if you're starting a business, or your declarations if you're campaigning for some good cause. They're great for that. But at any given moment, your account can be closed. Maybe it's happened to you. It's certainly happened to me. And I don't want to be dependent on these giants who are competing to gobble up the most followers. I don't want to be dependent on them. I want to be self-dependent. Okay, so what's your online presence like at the moment? And are you happy with it? Secondly, do you realize how important this is? And is this why you're attending today? Maybe you're not happy with your online presence. Maybe, like many people I meet, you have a secret yearning to create your own website, your own piece of real estate on the internet, your own domain, so that you are independent. And I'm here to help you with that, because it is part of the freedom road, part of the self-dependency, which I craved so much, especially when I was stuck in my 9-to-5 grind. And finally, what do you want to take away from today's events? So these are the questions I'd like you to bear in mind while I'm talking for a few minutes. What's your online presence like? Think of your social media accounts. Maybe you've got a website. Maybe you send emails or texts. How are you represented online? What is your digital footprint? Perhaps you don't know. Okay, this is really important that you know what your presence is like. And is that why you've come to today's event? Because you know you have to improve it and strengthen it if you're going to have a secure future. I'll say more about this in a moment. And what do you want to take away from today's event? So those three questions are really important. Moving on. Now, first of all, if this is your first time attending, then I can show you all 13 events here. Briefly, we started off breaking the 9-to-5 chains. People are scared. So I've got strategies to overcome the fear and the loss of security. Event 2 was about how to get what you really want in life. And this starts, surprisingly, with gratitude for what you already have. And that leads to true happiness. So event 2 is all about that. Event 3, you may think you're just like everyone else. Now, this is about your unique skills, your unique qualities. There is nobody like you in the world. You are unique. Even identical twins are different. They have slightly different DNA. So they're not identical. Okay, we call them identical, but they're not. So there's nobody like you in the world. This is your greatest strength, and we can market it. Okay. Event 4 was about goal setting, but not objective goal setting, all-round goal setting, which includes your personal goals and your internal goals. So I took a real strong look at how to combine East and West in your goal setting so that you have both mindful goals and objective goals that you can achieve outside. You need goals inside too. Maybe you didn't know that. Event 5, yes, I mentioned that a moment ago, an hourly rate, a paycheck. Is this the right price for your passions and purpose? And this is all about settling. We settle for an hourly rate. The majority of working population is paid an hourly rate. They get a paycheck every month. But is this the right price for your unique passion as a human being, for your purpose, your mission as a human being? No, it is not the right price. And I, for sure, know that very clearly now. I was grossly underpaid for my work as a teacher, as most teachers are. And, you know, teachers get paid for contact time. But in fact, they spend more hours preparing, dealing with admin, problems, and so on. We're paid very, very poorly. Okay. Event 6 is today. Okay. Don't get left behind. This is about your digital practice.